Hi everyone, welcome back to Crafting at Whimsy Wonderland. My name is Stacy. Today we're going to make a fuzzy snowman ornament, and he's actually going to end up looking like this. And what you're going to need for that is a CD. It could be a new CD, an old CD. You're not going to see any of it, so a recycled CD, whatever works for you, whatever you have on hand. And then you need a piece of cardstock in white, cut to the same size as your CD, so you can just trace it, or if you have a Cricut, you can cut it on the Cricut. And you'll need a little bit of a ribbon for a hanger. And you're going to need some of this chunky yarn from Walmart. And this is from their Christmas collection, so it's got a little bit of sparkle in it. And so it's just enough for Christmas. I don't like a lot of sparkle in my everyday crafts, but for Christmas a little bit I like. So I'm going to be using some buffalo check ribbon. This is 1/4 inch, and or is it 1/2 inch? Let me look. Let me check. It's about 3/8. It's about 3/8 inch wide. That's going to be my hanger, and it is 6 inches long. Okay, so you can make your hangers longer or shorter, whatever works best for you. So I've got my paper. Oh, and then you're going to need some black beads or pom-poms and some black buttons for the eyes, and either some orange felt to cut noses, or I have some of these carrots that I bought during Easter season to use for some snowmen, because I had this idea in my head back at Easter time. So the first thing I'm going to do is, you have to move kind of quick on this because the glue hardens up. I'm going to put a ring of glue around my CD and glue on my paper. You could also glue this on with spray adhesive. That would be fine as well. And it really doesn't matter if you've put the silver side up, like that's one side of the CD, that's the other. It's not going to be seen, so it doesn't matter which one is facing up. You could even use one that's been printed on, maybe an old CD that your kids had from a game or something. Okay, then I'm going to take my fuzzy chunky yarn, and I'm going to, first I should put my hanger on. So I'm just going to put a line of glue on my CD, glue down one end of my ribbon. Then I'm going to put a little more glue on top of that and make a loop. Okay, push it down, and that's my hanger taken care of. I'm going to start in the center. Just going to put a glob of glue right in the hole and glue down the end of my chunky yarn, and then just run glue in a circle and kind of wrap it kind of tightly up against the other piece. Just keep spinning your ornament around, adding hot glue and gluing down the yarn, and you're going to go round and round and round. Like I say, the glue, with it being kind of chilly in my craft room, the glue is drying really quickly on this CD, so don't make too big of a run of it before you stick down the yarn. Now I'm going to grab my scissors, and I'm going to cut this at a 45-degree angle, maybe even a little steeper than 45. Let's see, I want it to go this way, just so it lays. Wow, I need to get some sharper scissors. Just so it lays kind of flat, it doesn't end with a big chunk like right there. I can stretch it and kind of blend it in a little bit. So that's what I liking to do. Little bits of dust everywhere. So I've got this nice plush, thick coating, and it doesn't look bad from the back. Looks nice. And I'm just going to kind of run my hand over it and fluff it up so that all of the rounds of the yarn kind of fluff together. Okay, then you need some buttons for the eyes. And these are just buttons I had in my stash. They're about 3/4 inches wide. So I'm going to use 2 for the eyes. Then I'm going to use one of these little carrots for the nose. Now, I don't want to leave the green part on because I work with kindergartners and I already hear them in my head saying that that looks like boogers. So sorry about that, but when you work with kindergartners, that's a reality in life. Now, I couldn't get the green off all the way, so I'm going to just turn it over and take off that pop dot that's on there and just use the plain side. This would be really cute to have this side, but I can't get that glue that they used off of there. I've tried and tried, and I've destroyed 2 carrots trying to do that. So I'm just going to use that for that. And then you have a choice when it comes to the mouth. These are little pom-poms, little black pom-poms. You can use those. I have these little black beads. I don't know where they came from. They've just been in my stash forever. You could use another set of buttons. If you can't find little round black beads that you can get locally, one thing I like to do is go into the office supply section and buy map pins, M-A-P, map pins, and they are round with a short little pin on them, and you can stick them into a piece of styrofoam and spray paint them black. Sometimes you can even find them in black. And then you've got that little pin part that you can actually stick down into it and put glue on. So I like to do, I'm going to use these beads because it's what I have. I like to do odd numbers, so I usually use 5 to make my mouth. And if you want to put rosy cheeks on them, you can do that. And the best thing I find for that is blush. Just regular blush from the makeup drawer. Oops. Well, apparently I have misplaced my blush that I have for crafting. So this is just some eyeshadow, powdered eyeshadow from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to put a little bit on my finger, and I can just rub some rosy cheeks in there. I've had this eyeshadow for quite some time. I don't know if they still have it or not. So just kind of rub it in. You can just use regular blush is the easiest. It's easier than this. And you just put a little bit on the brush and swirl it in a circle. Okay. And you do not have to do this step if you do not want rosy cheeks on your snowman. Not all snowmen need rosy cheeks. So I'm going to show you at the end both of them, one with and one without. So just a little bit of glue. I don't like to use a lot because I don't like it to come up through the buttonholes. And you could put string in the buttonholes if you wanted to. I tried that. I didn't like it. I think it made him look like he was dead a little bit. So Use your eyes. You can put them close together, far apart. That is up to you. You can point your nose whichever direction you want to point it. I always get the eyes and the nose set before I do the mouth. And because of the bead, I like to put the dot of glue on and drop the bead in it. And you just need the tiniest little dot of glue. If you have a fine point glue gun, this is a perfect use for it. I'm going to go ahead and add 2 more. You space them however it looks best to you, and wherever you put your mouth will determine on how many pieces you need, how high up it is, whatever. And if you use a less chunky yarn, that might affect it as well. Okay, voila. This has been running for 13 minutes from start to finish, and I have this ornament completely done. Here he is without this rosy cheeks, and here he is with the rosy cheeks. This one. All right, there you have it, my chunky yarn snowman ornaments. I hope you like them. They're made on a CD, and they only take about 10 to 15 minutes to make if you have all of your supplies gathered up and ready to go. Let me know what you're thinking about this project in the comment section below. Is this something you might try for yourself? If you like this project, please give it a thumbs up. That helps my channel to grow. Do you like it better with or without the rosy cheeks? You could put a hat on them too if you wanted to. All right, this has been Crafting at Whimsy Wonderland. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time.